Hello, everyone. We're going to walk through the SPSS data entry assignment from the first week. So again, make sure you check your work on these things so that you know how things that you did, if you did them correctly. And so data entry is something you'll probably have to do for your dissertation. So that's why I have you do one of these. So let's go ahead and do it. These are the sex, age, statistics grade, and years to complete BA for some of my students in the past. And I point out that we actually don't enter A's and B's and females words here in the SPSS. We use numeric coding for that. So let's go ahead and do that. To define our variables, here's our SPSS blank screen. We click where it says variable view in order to open up a screen where we now switch to name type, etc. up top. And I explain what the different columns do, but in particular, I tell you to use 1 for male, 2 for female, and to use 4 for A, 3 for B, 2 for C, and 1 for D, and 0 for F. So the first thing we have to do, and I'm going to show you how to do these things more quickly, hopefully, is we have to make our variables. So copy sex into there and age as the next variable we know we want to make. Statistics grade. Note statistics grade has no blank in it, so it will space in it, so it will work. Same with years to complete BA. And when I paste them in there, we've now made 4 variables, but we have to set up the details of each. So for sex, we're going to use 1 to stand for male and 2 to stand for female. It's very common to do that. So kind of scooting over, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of decimals from things. I don't need any decimals on sex because it's just 1 and 2, nor on age, nor on statistics grade. That's also just a single number representing those values. However, when it comes to years to complete BA, we do need at least 1 because they have 1 decimal point on them. So in the label, you can put longer labels for things. Actually, let me do some with stuff. So sex is only going to be 1 number wide because it's just the number 1 or the number 2. Age is only 2 values wide, so we'll bring that down to 2. Statistics grade is also just a single value wide. And then years to complete BA is 1, 2, 3 total spaces we have to have because one of them is a decimal. So we need to at least be at 3. All right, now we're set up. So under label, you can put a longer label for things. I forget exactly what I told you guys to put. Let's see, sex, statistics grade, label column. You can add a more descriptive label for sex to student. There we go. So here's the labels, and in the label, you can actually have spaces in there. So it's important to do labels because when you look at your output in a couple months, you're kind of like, I have no idea what this was about. So I'm just pasting these labels in here. Student age, a little more descriptive. Statistics grade, and years to complete BA. There's our 4 labels. So values is where you tell SPSS that certain numbers represent categories. So 1 for male and 2 for female, for example. So let's go ahead and do sex. You click in there, click the little ellipsis. Under value, you do 1, and then under label, that stands for males. You have to click add. 2, it's going to stand for female. Make sure you click add. Click OK. So age is just ages, so we don't need to do labels there. Statistics grade, however, is grades, A through F. So we do need to do those. So I will click in there, click the ellipsis. A value of 0 is an F grade. 1 is a D grade. 2 is a C. 3 is a B. And 4 is going to stand for an A. Years to complete BA is again just numbers, so we don't need to do labels. So that is the correct labels. Missing is where we would input if there were specific numbers that we use to represent missing. Sometimes people use 99 or 9. I didn't have you do any here, just leaving it blank is fine. Columns is how wide it appears on the other screen, right, left alignment. So measure is where you set your scale of measurement. So hopefully from this week, I guess now it's last week, you know that scales of measurements. So sex is a nominal scale of measurement. It's just what category they're in. Student age, well, that is scale, which is SPSS's version of interval/ratio. Student grade is ordinal, right? Higher grades or more, but you know, an F is up to 50%, right? But then it goes 10% from there. So that's why it's ordinal. You don't have equal intervals. And years complete, BA scale. And I'm pretty sure that is the setup 8/8. Oh, I did have you set some column widths. So this is just display widths. So 13 and 18. It's how wide it is when we look at it on the other screen. So I think, oh, I set these and I didn't have you set them. No big deal. If these are all 8, everything's fine. So no big deal. All right, so we are ready to enter our data. We're going to click the data tab now. And there's the 4 variables we need. So to enter the data, you could do it one at a time, or you could cheat, which I'm going to try to do. So you can't paste these in, is my recollection. You can't just paste it in. It kind of doesn't work. Yep, it doesn't work. So this is how you delete values. By the way, you highlight the number and hit either clear. All cases removed. Yeah, that's fine. We can do with age because it's numbers. So I'm going to paste in my ages first. Age, click there, boom, paste. I can't paste these in, but I would be able to paste in years to VA. So I'm going to copy and paste. Boom. All right. So for sex, it looks like I'm stuck kind of entering them. So 1, this first person's a male, so I click 1. Next person's a male, I click 1. Female, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Person, student A was blank, right? So we're going to leave it blank. And then go to 9, which is another male, and a female, 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 female. Oops, male and female. And that's our 15. So for statistics grade, it's a little trickier because I guess you can actually type A, but it fills it in with a number. So I'm old school, so I'm going to type the numbers. 4 was an, oops, 4 is an, Lord, 4 is an A. A C is what, 3? Nope, 2 is a C. A B is a 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4. This person didn't give their grade. 2 for a C, 0 for an F, 1 for a D, 2 for a C, and a 3 for B. And that is our data. So we've entered it. So if you don't see these labels here, if you see the numbers, this little thing right here, if you click it and unclick it, it turns on and off the labels. You could try that to make sure you see your labels. So did I make any mistakes? So it's really important when you enter data, because I've been doing this for 20 years and I still make mistakes, to run a frequency. So I'm going down to the part where we've entered all our data. So this looks like this. And I do talk about you can turn the labels on and off. And we're going to check our work. So we're going to run a frequency. So analyze descriptives, frequencies. And we're just going to throw everything in. So I'm going to click on the first, hold down shift, boom. throw it over. So I'm not going to get any fancy stats or anything because we're just checking that the numbers that we keyed in that come out of the frequency distribution match sort of expected values for what we keyed in. So when I click OK, it brings up the output screen, which I'll scooch over. And we just kind of want to look to see, okay, there's missing values, first of all, for one for sex, one for grade, one for years to BA. Is that right? Don't know. There's one missing there, none missing there, one missing there, and one missing there. So that is correct. So for sex, we only have males and females in here. We have one missing. That seems about right. For age, there's 0 missing, so it doesn't have that missing row. And it ranges from 21 to 56. Yep, there's the 56-year-old. For statistics grades, it's from F to A, 1 missing, F to A, 1 missing. That seems decent. And then years to complete your BA, they range from 6 as a high and 3 as a low. So we got 3 as a low, 6 as a high, 1 missing. That person seems about right. So if you had any mistakes, you should go back in and fix the data entry error that resulted in the mistake. And so I did not, so I'm done. Do make sure you save this. So you should have a weekly folder now each week. So have a weekly folder where you save it and you name it. I try to give you appropriate names. This is our SPSS data output. So I will save it as SPSS data output. Why am I in spring semester? There we go, week 1. Saving the data file, so I don't want to call it output. SPSS data entry, save. We want to save our output. Oops. We want to save our output as well. So we export our output and we save our output. So first thing is to export. And I got .doc. Where do I want to export it to? Apparently I was working on the final exam not too long ago. We want to export it to statistics, our week. And this is where we can use that full name that I copied from over here. And we have to click OK in order for it to actually export. And it's done. And then make sure you save the SPSS output in its native format in case you ever have to go back and add something because you forgot it. You don't have to redo everything. So you just click save. Notice it's SPV, not a doc now. And it just loves bringing me to that same darn folder. Desktop, statistics 1, week 1. That is our data entry output, SPV, save. Now we can safely exit SPSS completely. Make sure you also upload this with your name on it. And save and upload that as well. And that is, that's it.